Who'd have thought it, guys? A video from me during the day. Doesn't normally happen, but obviously I'm working from home today, so I get to do a video for you on my break. This video, I'm only touching on it because we spoke about James Pearce yesterday regarding the same thing, but now the more reliable, shall we say, Paul Joyce has surfaced regarding the Liverpool contract situation. So we're going to talk about that, Trent's injury. But before going any further, guys, I want to give you a little quick reminder that we will be live on this channel 7 p.m. UK tonight, discussing a fair few things. And we will also be bringing back, I was going to say debuting, the Seano's world famous quiz, as he likes to call it, on the stream. So make sure you are there. And also, guys, if you do like this video, drop us a thumbs up on it. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. And the question of this video, guys, would you be playing Trent when we come back off the international break? So first and foremost, Paul Joyce has surfaced with this, that Alexander Arnold is set to be sidelined for a couple of weeks with a hamstring injury, which I kind of thought that was the case when he went off. Not yet ruled out of Southampton on the 24th of November, ahead of Real Madrid on the 27th and City on December the 1st. And that's where the question of the video comes in, guys. Would you be throwing Trent straight back in after this international break? Or right now, obviously, we don't know if Conor Bradley's going to pick up an injury, like touch wood, through the international break. Would you be chucking him in? I think I'd just be playing Bradley, me. I might even play for the Real Madrid game as well and maybe put Trent back in for City. But that's just my way of thinking. But let me know down below. Now, before we go any further into this bit here, I just want to add that Paul Joyce has done the thing that he kind of tends to like to do with his articles, which the article was at first written regarding Saka and Declan Rice and how they've picked up injuries and may not be available for England, blah, blah, blah. He then updated it to add Trent stuff into it. And then he added this little line as well, guys, saying that Liverpool are continuing contract discussions with Trent, Virgil, and Mohamed Salah. Now, I'm not going to dive too much into it. I spoke about my way of thinking about Van Dijk and Salah and Trent yesterday. So go give that video a look from yesterday, where I think one of them may have already signed a deal, just not been announced yet. But yeah, the club are trying to get this out. They're trying to peddle this out through the media to us to let us know that something's happening. The club is still working on it. Now, you could look at this from two ways. As I've just mentioned, as one of them signed and on the verge of announcing it during this international break. You know, there was the speculation that Salah was staying behind because he wasn't needed for Egypt because they'd qualified and he was going to sit down for talks with the club, which he pays an agent to do that for him. So why would he, of all people, want to do it himself when his agent does it for him? Yeah. The only reason why Salah would sit down at any point would be to sign on the dotted line. Yeah. So bear that in mind as well. Is it also as well to be like, look, guys, we've tried all we can. We're trying so hard to get these players to sign some deals, but they just don't want to do it. You know, it's not our fault. It ain't our fault. Not our fault whatsoever. It is. It'll come back onto it to you. Doesn't necessarily mean it's on Edwards or Richard Hughes' fault. It's the club's fault. Like, even when they're not there, you've got people at the club that should be able to negotiate and talk to agents to get this sort of stuff done. Liverpool in the past used to negotiate with players and they got down to the last 2 years of the deal. I mean, if you were going to move on Salah, you'd have done it last year when you could have got 150 million for him. But now you're on the verge of letting 350, 400 million pounds worth of talent walk out of the door for nothing. So, yeah, it is what it is, I guess. But anyway, guys, that is pretty much it for this video regarding everything, these contracts. That's all is done. The only reason why I mention it is one, James Pearce touched on it the other day, and Paul Joyce updated his article to add this bit into it. So there's something happening, I think. I think there's something happening. But let me know down below, guys. You know, the question of the video was, would you play Trent against Southampton after the international break? And I also kind of want to add this little one as well, if you won't mind answering this one, if you've got this far in the video. Do you think that the club are... Which way do you think the club are doing this, shall I say? Are they close to announcing someone has signed and it's going to be a big buzz? Or is it more along the lines of trying to, you know, push the blame somewhere else and just trying to put out there that they've tried all they can to get these players to sign? Let me know down below, guys. Hopefully I'll catch you tonight at 7 p.m. But until next time, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.